like it could have been a handball, and there's a penalty for Toronto FC.
That's a red card, straight red from Jair Marufo.
I don't know if they can possibly take a look at this.
Get your whistle ready, amateur referees. This is Instant Replay. I'm Andrew Wiebe, joined by Charlie Davies, and we are proudly presented by Cheez-Its. Time for our takes on the most controversial calls around Major League Soccer. Let's head to Cali for a Classico that had all the goals and might have seen the Quakes grab a 3-3 draw if not for a 29th minute PK shot waved off by referee Victor Rivas. Tommy Thompson's got some wiggle, and he gave Christian Pavone a little of his own medicine to burst into the box, and down he goes, Charlie. Did Pavone get away with one?
Pavone does make contact with Thompson, but there was not enough in it to warrant a pen. In my judgment, Victor Rivas had a clear view of the play and made the right decision to keep the game moving. TT does get on up, and we play on.
Now, Thompson doesn't protest too much, which tells me he knows the monster got him, the turf monster. Now, what about this handball call on Quakes defender Tanner Beeson? Rivas does not hesitate here. PK, says the referee. You're the video assistant referee, Charlie. Are you telling him to overturn? Are you gassing him up, saying you got this one right?
Tanner Beeson appears to move his arm to the ball. It seems to me that once referee Victor Rivas decides to call a handball, there is not enough to say the referee made a clear and obvious error to reverse the call.
So you're saying that's a PK, and yeah, I'm going to have to agree. I know that it comes at him quickly, but watch him jut that shoulder and arm out there. Yeah, the ball gets it, and Beeson's moving toward it. That seals his fate. Good call.
What about this possible handball on the Galaxy winner, though? Efrain Alvarez whips in a corner to the back post. Daniel Vega takes a swipe at it and makes the slightest of touches. However, Sebastian, they love the boy Leggett, is there and ready to pounce. But did part of that pounce include a handball?
Here's the big question that needs to be answered to overturn this goal. Did the ball come off the boy's chest and hit his arm before Nick Lima comes along to push it over the line? If it hits his arm, it's a handball. When I watch these replays, I think it could have hit his arm. Could have is not clear and obvious, though, so you got to stick with the call on the field, in my opinion. Goal stands for me. Galaxy win their second straight rivalry match.
Tell him, Wiebe. Victor Rivas got this one right.
All right, but did Dave Gantar get this one right, Charlie? 48th minute in Montreal. Pablo Piatti gets into a good position around the 6-yard box, but here comes Impact goalkeeper Clement Diop. He snuffs out the chance. Corner kick, right? No, wrong. Handball on Emmanuel Maciel. The ensuing goal wins the game. It feels pretty harsh to me, Charlie.
This is extremely harsh, as Maciel's arm was in the same position it was on the sliding challenge. He did not have much time to react. The issue here is the initial arm position. Defenders, can't have your arms extended away from your body. Is it rough? Yes, but that is the life you live as a defender. Pen.
Oh yeah, harsh. I don't like it, but it does not matter what I don't like. The laws say that's a penalty. 1, his arm is making his body unnaturally bigger. 2, his arm is above shoulder level. And 3, the laws explicitly say those cases apply, quote, even if the ball touches a player's hand or arm directly from another player who is close. Yeah, it was close. Yeah, it was a handball. Charlie and Wiebe with the gavel. Case closed.
Let's enter the discovery phase of a new case in Atlanta. With Orlando up 3-1 in search of their first win against their rivals, Antonio Carlos goes for the acrobatic clearance. His foot seems to catch Brooks Lennon after the clearance. Nima Sagafi could have called a penalty. He could have shown a red. He did neither, despite going to the monitor for video review. Is that the right call, Wiebe?
All right. First of all, shout out to Brooks Lennon here. That is not glancing contact, people. You can see the cleat marks on the man's neck. Yes, Antonio Carlos wins the ball, but that's largely because no sane person would stick their head in there with his boot there. Lennon, a sane person, pulls out of the challenge. To me, this is what the laws would call, quote, playing in a dangerous manner, but it's not exactly cut and dry. Carlos clearly wins the ball, and he clears it. So can this be a penalty? It can, and I'd have called it on review. That's a foul, folks, even with the preceding clearance. Now, Is it a red card too? Nah, not for me. I don't think that's excessive force.
Wiebe, the dude does not abide. There is no way that is a pen. There's no way that is a red card. Antonio Carlos has his eyes on the ball. He makes clear contact and clears away the danger. Sure, was his boot high? Yes. Did Brooks Lennon see it coming? Yes. And unfortunately, his head did make contact with his boot. No foul, no red, play on.
All right, so how hard does a push need to be clear and obvious? Well, Charlie, we are about to find out. Nashville, Miami, 17th minute. Randall Leal gets an extra special deflection that gives Alex Muil a shot at the opener. Yeah, he dunks it. Goal! Then referee Rosendo Mendoza listens to the little birdie in his ear. That little birdie's name is VAR Kevin Terry Jr., and he goes and he reviews and overturns it? Charlie, how hard was that push?
Not that hard, but Alex Muil uses his forearm to push off and create space to connect with the cross. This is a foul. This was not Alex Muil jumping up and dunking, which certainly would have stood for a goal. Is it the most egregious shove? No, but I believe they got this one right.
Yeah, but Charlie, look, even Michael Jordan cleared some space with the forearm, right? The dunk still counts, yeah? Nah, you're right, that's a push. All right, to the 72nd minute we go. Corner kick coming in. It finds the feet of Hani Mukhtar, and he is driving toward the 18-yard box. But, Pellegrini with the tug, and then, turf monster. Down goes Mukhtar, and wait a minute, is that a PK? Is it not a PK? It ends up being a PK, Charlie. Is that correct?
No chance. Wiebe, 2 yards outside the penalty box is where Pellegrini grabs Mukhtar's jersey. That is clear and obvious that the foul started right there in that position. Call it a free kick and move on.
And if you want to get pedantic, it's all about when he lets go of that jersey, because if he holds it into the penalty area, yeah, that could be a PK, but he doesn't. He lets go. I'm with you, Charlie. That should have been a free kick. Okay, how about this kick from the Red Bulls' Tim Parker to Tejan Buchanan's midsection in the 92nd minute of a 1-1 draw in New England? Referee Jerry Marufo pulls the red card out of his back pocket. You called this game, Chuck. What'd you think at the time, and what do you think now?
It was late. It was reckless, but there was no intent to injure or use of excessive force. In my opinion, this was harsh, and Tim Parker should have been given a yellow card.
Yeah, I got to agree. I don't see the excessive force here either. I'd like to see another angle from the other side, maybe to see where the foot contacted Buchanan. But as it is, that's a yellow in my book. All right, we end in Portland with a possible second yellow card for Diego Chara. That wasn't called. That is what we call deja vu for the entire league. Even more interesting, after Ismail Elfath waves play on, the Timbers go the other way and they score. So this could both be a foul on Chara to start the attacking phase of play and negate a goal, and a possible second yellow card and ejection because he already saw yellow in the 30th minute.
Are we seriously looking at this play? Aaron Herrera is being chased down by the Timbers' living legend Diego Chara. In his pursuit, Herrera seems to roll his ankle and stumble, losing possession in the process. Come on, man. No foul. Get on with it.
All right, look, I agree with you, but it also seems like Diego Chara might have grabbed his arm from behind when Herrera's moving into the final third. I don't know. Everybody's seen this play before. Everybody knows Diego does not get a yellow card. All right, that's it from us. If you see something, as always, say something. Tweet at Charlie or I with the calls you want to see go under the microscope, or use the hashtag #InstantReplay. We'll see you next time.